Welcome to another episode of Volunteer Leadership in Lake Forest, produced by the Lake Forest Caucus. My name is Aneeqa Aqeel, and I serve as External Communications Chair. Joining me today is Jim Clifton, Chair of the Library Board. Would you take a minute or two to tell us about your background?
Two young kids, absolutely in love with Lake Forest, want to be here for the rest of our lives. I work in a non-bank lending organization that works with companies. I run their sales organization. So for me, it was finding an organization or an entity in town that we really connected with, and the library was an obvious choice because we had young kids. We live close by. We were spending a healthy amount of time in the library.
I see. So could you describe a challenging problem that you've worked on, collaborated with the library staff and your fellow board members?
Sure. This may sound somewhat obvious given that everybody sees it, but the dome replacement project, trying to collect and engage with the community, collect that feedback that we needed to help guide us. Incredibly fascinating process. I think it was done very well in terms of engaging all the key stakeholders, soliciting feedback from the community.
So Jim, what aspects of public service in Lake Forest have you found the most rewarding and the most challenging?
Even though we're a relatively small community, I never feel like I can know enough. There aren't enough hours in the days to get enough feedback, and engage enough with the community. That's always what's frustrating to me, is that, again, even though we are a relatively small city, it always I'm always thinking about what are we missing or who are we missing in terms of who we're engaging with, who we're serving. I'm always challenged by that, and I always want our board members and the staff members, and I know they're always thinking about that, but it feels like the population of Lake Forest is so much bigger than it really is when you think about trying to serve every single individual.
So in conclusion, as a caucus-nominated volunteer, what advice would you share with other Lake Forest residents who are interested in serving?
To me, it's just reaching out and being proactive. Certainly talking with current commission or board members as well. That helps, I think, to get the real kind of day-to-day experience of what it means to be engaged in community service throughout Lake Forest. Not having a particular agenda or a bias, just focusing on trying to make Lake Forest the best possible community to live in. And that was ultimately my goal for wanting to get more involved and ultimately joining the library board.
Well, thank you so much for your service and for taking time to talk with us today. It's wonderful to meet you.
Thanks, Aneeqa.
Thanks.